to the cloud, and we're live. Okay, welcome. My name is Chuck Hansen. I'm going to be your host for the next 30 minutes or so as we go through a little bit of information that has the possibility and the potential to impact your life in a very, very positive manner. So let me just start out again by saying congratulations. I'm glad that you made it. I'm going to talk about timing and timing and timing. You're going to hear a little video from somebody that I'm very good friends with that's going to talk about timing. If you're brand new to network marketing, congratulations. You've found something that has the potential to change your life. If you've been in network marketing and failed, it probably wasn't your fault. It was probably bad timing, plus a whole host of other things that could go wrong. And if you're a pro and you're looking for a home, then you certainly should really, really, really pay attention to what's going on in Valentis. Valentis has grown, I need to change that number from 900% to over 2,000%, right? And I'll show you those numbers. But in May of 2018, we were doing 700,000 in business. This month, we should wrap up at 15 million. That is over 2,000. In fact, it's 2,042% if you want to look at it. But, forget about what we've done in the past. That's all in the past, right? What we're going to do in the future is more important for you if you decide to, hitch your wagon to what it is we're doing. So we've got massive growth plan for the next 3 to 5 years. I'm going to explain how you can make a 5, 6, or perhaps even a 7-figure residual income over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. I always say it's no accident that you're here. You didn't just accidentally stumble onto this website and this YouTube video or even this live presentation. You were directed. Somebody directed you to them. So you got to, reach out to that person and thank them for at least thinking enough about you to point you in this direction, because what I'm about to share with you, it was a dream come true for me and could be a dream come true for you. So let me give you something to think about before we get started. Everything in this presentation is possible. It's possible for you to accomplish, right? Incomes are real. Now, in this industry, you have to be aware of the fact that incomes do get a little bit crazy, right? Because we use things that other businesses don't use. We use residual income and leveraged income, right? Most people don't understand those two terminologies. But again, we want everybody to succeed. Everybody here at Valentis is here to help you succeed and achieve your goals, me included, right? If you've ever wanted to win, and I'm talking about winning big, now's the time, because I'm going to show you how you can make money even while you're sleeping so you won't have to work until you die. That's what attracted me 31 years ago to this industry. It really is all about you. You've got to decide. You've got to decide that you've had enough of enough, right? That you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, that you want a different life, you want things to change, you want a new address, you want a new car, you want the things, and not only the things, but the ability to give you options to do what you want to do when you want to do them. And I know that is near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. So, once you make the decision that you want things to change in your life, nothing or no one will keep you from reaching your goal. I'm telling you, nothing or no one will keep you from reaching your goal. The rest of it is simple. It's just mechanical, right? It's the how to do it part of the business. And that's very, very simple. And we teach it all the time. Everything that I'm talking about is possible, and again, possible for you. That's me and myself and my buddy Rocky. Rocky's laying over there on the sofa sleeping right now, guarding the sofa. I owned an advertising agency for 16 years, got drug off to a network marketing meeting 31 years ago by a dear friend. And I saw in that meeting, I never thought that I'd ever be in a network marketing meeting. I thought it was really the pits, right? I thought it was for people that couldn't go out and find a real job, have real employment, get a real check. And little did I know, right? But I went to that meeting because he kidnapped me. And what I found in that meeting were a lot of people that didn't look particularly smart, that were making more money monthly than I was making annually. So I started, being the astute business person that I am, I started paying very close attention. I said, you know what? Look at how much money that guy is making. I said, if he could do it, I can do it. I mean, and I started doing a little comparison, right? Well, that happened. I did get into business $15 million later. But what I've made in the past will be minuscule to what is happening now and in the future. So built teams of over 400,000 people in 39 countries, have done tens of thousands of live meetings all over the globe, flown around 6 million miles. And but I was happily semi-retired until May of 2018. But I was also the fattest I had ever been in my life, right? I was on airplanes all the time. I was eating often, very well, and way too much, and way too often, quite frankly, because all my meetings, revolved around food. It was always breakfast, lunch, or dinner meetings. And then, something had to give. I was looking for a solution, right? I was looking for a solution to lose some weight. And I got a call from a good buddy of mine that I'm going to introduce you to here in a second. But before I do that, I want you to hear from John Horenza. John is the master distributor and the #1 income earner with Valentis. John is a 30-year veteran in the industry. He's made mega millions of dollars in the industry, and he's going to talk to you about timing. This little video clip is about 2 months out of date, but I'll bring you up to speed on where we're at after John finishes.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And, with your history and success you've had in the industry, Chuck, let me just say it's just an honor to be working with you. You're a legend in this industry and just, have done amazing things, and just so excited to have you here, with us here at Valentis. Folks, I'll give you a little history on myself. I've been now 30 years now in this industry. I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, actually still have a lake home there, very near where I grew up. I had no sales background. I was a blue collar worker. I was a welder, building, maintaining equipment. I have a learning disability, I have dyslexia. And so I came to the industry, with no self-esteem, no self-confidence, very, very shy and introverted. My first experience was NSA water filters, and just an amazing experience. It was 4 years there, learned the fundamentals, fell in love with network marketing, learned how important timing was, how important a consumable product was. And so I've now been 30 years in the industry. I've been with 4 companies. Every single experience has been phenomenal. NSA, 4 years, earned about $400,000. Was with Rexall after that for 12 years, earned $4 million. From there, master distributor of Wayora. Over that 12-year window, was able to earn about $10 million, and then another couple million with its sister company, Javita. And now I'm with Valentis, right? And what's led me to Valentis, #1, is because here's what I believe. Is all of these companies, right, and/or opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation plan, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of those elements are not in place, it really doesn't matter how good we are, or how hard we work. Despite our best efforts, we're going to struggle, right? You could take me now, having earned $22 million in the industry, put me with a company where those elements aren't in place, and I'm going to struggle. I look at myself here today. I'm not a different person. I'm not doing anything different than I've ever done, but, averaging, almost $400,000 a month, on the verge of making $500,000 a month. So I'm not doing anything different. The difference is the vehicle, right? And let me, we all know, and I'm assuming most of these people watching this are people that have been in the industry, you've had success, hear these stories about timing, and timing really is everything, right? And timing is actually very predictable. Timing is a factor of numbers. There's very distinctive tipping points to where, that trigger, momentum and trigger that critical mass window where the company actually, just explodes. And here's what's, we went in the, I mean, we've had our challenges. We're 5 years old. We had a really good start, or actually a slow start. Then in the middle, 2016, we had a great year. We had some challenges. In May of last year, May of 2018, we were under $1 million in sales. We just closed out July over $8 million in sales. Okay, we've grown $1 million in each of the last in the last 4 months, and we're on track here in August to grow another $1 million. But here's why I'm telling you the story from a strict number standpoint, right? It's we've reached that point. This point of geometric growth is starting to work for us, because 7 million of the 8 million in sales is all brand new volume. Everybody's new and fresh and excited. So our attrition is literally non-existent. And so it's kind of like, if you look at that penny a day, double every day concept, and you hit that certain tipping point where the compounding effect of numbers just kind of just take a course of its own, just explode. And if you look, and I got a little chart here. And if you look at the compounding effect of numbers, right, a penny a day doubled every day, and it's about day 20. It's about day 20 that the numbers really become significant, right? And that's from a just kind of a comparison standpoint. I think that's where we are. We're at about day 20. Because we have so many brand new, excited people making money and exploding that we're ready to absolutely explode. Okay, so we went from $1 million a month to $8 million a month in the last year. We went from $2 million a month to $8 million a month since the first of the year. And I believe by the end of this year, we're going to grow $1 million in August. I believe with our conference in Orlando, we're going to grow $2 million in September. And I believe we're going to be doing $12 million a month by the end of this year. So and it's not just here in the United States. I mean, Chuck, you were just telling me about a meeting in Nigeria where you had people stand, 400 people in Nigeria, and we're not even official there yet, right? I mean, I was in Spain, in May, we're doing like $1.5 million a month in Spain. I mean, the thing is absolutely ready to explode. And again, I can just keep going. I'm excited, folks. This is the absolute dream time to join a company, because we are ready to absolutely explode. So
and he's absolutely right. The absolute best time to join a company is when they're on the upshot, right, of this incredible, massive growth that's going to take place. I've been fortunate enough to catch 3 other companies, that were ready to go into this hyper growth. And each and every one of those companies provided me the opportunity to make millions of dollars. And that's what I saw, folks. I mean, let me just kind of bring you up to speed. John said July, 8 million. August was right at 10 million. September was right at 13 million. And I'm told that October will be right at 15 million. So we were growing $1 million a month. Now we're growing more than $1 million a month, right? Almost 2 million a month. So from 700,000 in May of 2018 to 15 million in October 2019 is a 2,042% growth that happened. Now, a lot of companies just can't handle that kind of growth. They implode because they're too successful. I've seen that happen. And but I really have to hand it off, and all the accolades go to a guy by the name of Dave Jordan. Dave is just an amazing individual. He's the one that called me back in May of 2018. He said, Chuck, I just wanted to let you know that we've got the most amazing weight loss coffee. Well, he was talking to a fat guy, right? I was looking for a solution, and he said, you got to try, you got to listen to this phone call. There was about 500 people on a call, where they introduced the product, people that had been taking the product for about 30 days. And the testimonials were amazing, right? I thought to myself, coffee and weight loss, what a unique combination. I said, everybody drinks coffee. Everybody certainly would like to lose a few pounds, or in my case, more than a few pounds. And so it was easy, right? It was easy. I said, Dave, okay, I'm not interested in building a team again. Been there, done that. I'm just going to buy some coffee, start drinking it, and I'll let you know. Well, I got my coffee, started drinking 2 cups of coffee every morning like I've been doing my whole entire adult life, and accidentally got on a scale. I was at the vet's office with my dog, with Rocky. He got off the scale. I decided to get on it, and it didn't nearly come up to where I thought it should come up to. I went home and weighed myself. I had lost 9 pounds the first week, right? 9 pounds the first week. I just talked to a young lady today. She said she lost 2 pounds, but she lost 5 inches. Right? 5 inches. That's amazing, right? So I started paying very close attention now that I'd lost 9 pounds. I tracked everything very meticulously, weighed daily, usually a couple of times during the day, and lost 18 pounds that first month. 18 pounds. I called Dave up and I said, hey, buddy, I just bought an airplane ticket to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm going to come up and spend a couple of days with you. I hope you don't mind. He said, no, come on. So I flew up there, walked through those doors, sat down with Dave Jordan for about 2.5 days, because what I wanted to do was a forensic investigation of Valentis. See, I knew Dave, but we had never really worked hand in hand together. We were cross-line in another company. So he had his team and I had my team, and we kind of mingled at events and so on and so forth. Always a great guy, but that company went out of business, right? That company went out of business, and both Dave and I were sitting there looking at one another going, I can't believe it. Now, we put this time and effort into it, and Dave looked at me and he said, I've had it. He said, I'm going to go back to North Dakota and go start a company. I smirked and smiled and looked over at him, and I said, that's a good idea. Why don't you go ahead and do that? And he did, and it's very difficult. See, here's what happens. In a startup network marketing company, most of them are underfunded, and most of the owners don't know what they're doing. And as a result, most of them go out of business before their second year in business. And they close up the doors, right? And they're never to be heard of or seen of again. Dave now is, when I was there, he was 4 years old. Now they're 5 years old. But I found a company that was debt-free, that had millions of dollars in the bank, that had done, at that time, about $85 million in sales globally. They had a global seamless compensation plan that I loved, and which means that we can refer people anywhere on the planet, right? We can also ship products to anywhere on the planet. And their first office was just opening up in the Philippines. They were just getting that whole thing set up. And, it was after the 2 days, it was very apparent to me that if I didn't do this, I was going to leave millions of dollars on the table for somebody else to come and pick up. So again, being the astute business person that I am, I said, Dave, hey, remember when I said I was not interested in building a team? I said, well, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take that back, and I'm going to get, he said, I was hoping you were going to say that. And, here we are 15 months later, right? So that's it. Opportunities aren't created equal. And, I'll just say this, being public, best opportunity I've seen in my 30 years. All the things are lined up and they're ready to go. Dave just moved into a new 57,000 square foot building right across the street from this building. I know the building he's in, and staff has been adding. I mean, you can't hardly plan for 2,000% growth. I mean, it's not typical, right? So you can't say, oh, we're going to have 2,000% growth and we need to hire all, no, you can't do that. You've got to just hopefully stay ahead of the rush. And so the rush is on, because the products, not only this product, but all the products are phenomenal. So that's what I want to talk about, the products. We've got not only the Slim Roast Optimum in the can, we also have it in single serving packages. We've got a cocoa product that does exactly the same thing as the coffee, suppresses your appetite, gives you more energy, works on your cravings, works on your appetite, your ability to feel full. And it's just an amazing product for those people that don't drink coffee. We got another product called Emulant, which is just a phenomenal product. Another product called detox and more detox. And I'm on, a whole host of the products. And if I told you that I was 105, you probably wouldn't believe it. But I won't even go down that road. Hey, I want you to go to valentisproducts.com, and go and take a look at all the products, watch the videos, see everything with your own eyes. I also want you to go up to our Facebook page, got over 60,000 people on there, and testimonials galore, right? John said that there was a tipping point, right? When massive growth takes place, and that tipping point is when product testimonials start coming in and income stories. John said that he was on the verge of making $500,000 a month, right? Listen to my lips, $500,000 a month. That has happened, right? He's now over $500,000 a month. So the verge is gone. Something to shoot for, right? And we're just in the beginning stages. Folks, this company is going to go from 12, 13, 14, 15 billion to 50 million, from 15 million to 50 million a month. So a huge growth ahead of us. Go to our Facebook page. You can go to fbtestimonials.info. It's FB for Facebook, testimonials, plural, .info, and look at all the testimonials. I would highly suggest that you do that. This is what I'm excited about. When you have growth like this, I started this chart at 10 million, as you can see. Well, we're going to, by the time January rolls around, we could be at 20 million. So we might be starting January at 20 million. So getting to 65 million a month won't be too difficult. I'm saying that, $450 million in year 2020, right? That means half of that money coming back into the field for commissions, $225 million. Folks, that's when the proverbial fish start jumping in the boat. I've been in companies where that's happened. I started with one company. I had 75 people, or actually 50 people in my group. When I started, in a short period after I started, and a year later, I had 75,000 people. My group was doing about 6 million a month in sales, just my group, and it grew to over 20 million a month in sales. So, and what I always say to people is that if I can do it, and you're going to see some other people here, if they can do it, you can do it. I'm just telling you, you can do it. This was my first check. That was about 3 days effort. We get paid every Friday, like clockwork, right? For the last 5 years, every Friday, and for the last 15 months, every Friday for me, right? A year later, I'm at over $11,000 a week income. Now, in my first year, my first 12 months, a little shy of $225,000, but already in the first 4 months of my second year, so 1/3 of the year, I've made $170,000, right? So I'm going to go well past that. I'm looking at somewhere between 600 and 800,000. But I wanted you to see this. This is a company chart that they put out, that Valentis puts out, that shows the qualifications to hit a certain rank. But more importantly, it shows the average monthly income, right? Average monthly income, the spread. And as you see, Diamond is between 3,000 and 6,000. That's the first kind of full-time position. And people are hitting Diamond very, very quickly. I mean, blowing into Diamond just, unbelievably quick. Blowing right through Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, Blue Diamond, and moving on up the scale to other positions, Double Diamond 7,500 to 12 grand, right? Triple Diamond 15,000 to 30,000. I hit Triple Diamond in October, and I'm working feverishly to get to the next rank, right, to Blue Diamond. So, and there's people with a lot less experience than I have that are blowing right through these numbers in these ranks, and you're going to see them on the next page. they're just blowing right through it, and it's just amazing. See, I thought back in 1987, when I got drug off to that meeting, that there wasn't really any big money in this industry. How wrong I was, right? Because again, that's the reason I got into the business, because I saw people making huge amounts of money. John's over $500,000, Rick's over 150,000 a month now. Jen is, I know she's at 35,000 a week. Dr. Cheese way over 65. The slides, it's hard to keep them in date, right? But this is a publication called businessforhome.org, businessforhome.org, that you can go to, and they keep track of everything. I just got to update this slide. So what I'm saying again is they can do it, you can do it. You know, my question to everybody out there, maybe for the first day, if you're looking at this for the first time, if there was a pretty good chance that a $600 investment and some part-time effort over the course of the next 3 to 5 years could produce a 6 or perhaps even a 7-figure annual income, is that something you'd be interested in doing? Yes? Just raise your hand. I can see it. Good. Okay, great. I got 100% participation with the raising of the hand. That's great. You know, because it's there. You know, not the next 3 to 5 months. I'm talking the next 3 to 5 years. You know, 10, 12, 15 hours a week, you know, for the next 3 to 5 years, just doing some simple things, complete training, no boss, unlimited income, no employees, tax benefits. And the best part is that you get to work with friends and you have fun and you can travel the world. I mean, John's off to a whole tour here coming up here shortly, to the UK, to the Netherlands, to the Canary Islands, to Madrid, you know, and just the wonderful places. But, you know, let's talk about getting started. You probably already made the decision that you're going to do this, so here's what you've got to do. You got to get back to the person that invited you to watch this. You got to tell them that you're ready to get started and you're ready to buy a business builder pack. Why do I say business builder pack? There's a lesser product package and a more expensive product package. I like this one because it does 2 things. It gives you enough samples, not too many, you know, enough samples so you can get product out into people's hands, and it maximizes the payout of the compensation plan. And that's what you want. You want maximum benefit for your efforts, right? Why take less money by coming in as, say, as a platinum and getting no legacy bonus, the dual team bonus of only $10, and the match of only 2 levels, no global enrollment bonus pool. So no, you don't want to do that. You want to start, you know, at the business builder package so you maximize the payout in the compensation plan. Not going to go into a big training on that. But here's the good news, right? Somebody said this to me the other day. 79 million people are going to start a home-based business within the next 5 years, according to Forbes magazine. Everybody is looking for a way to make money from home, and it's been exploding for the last 31 years. And now, because of all the other technologies that we have, it's exploding even quicker. I mean, our organization has grown all over the world. We do Zooms into Nigeria and Kenya and Micronesia and Mexico and Russia, and it just continues and continues and continues. So the first diamond in my organization was a guy by the name of Marshall Sylver. You can go to Sylver, SYLVER.com, and take a look at who Marshall is. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal guy. The best hypnotist on the planet, and he's sought after trainer and coach by every major company that's out there. He saw me losing some weight, dropping the fat off of my fat body, and he said, "Chuck, how in the world are you doing that?" I said, "Marshall, I'm drinking some magic coffee, man." And he said, "Hey, you got my address, send me some of that stuff." I did, and it worked for him just like it worked for me. He's lost a ton of weight, and he's so sold on the product and the company now that he promotes it at each one of his events, and he does lots of events. he offered anybody that buys a business builder pack or a career pack 2 tickets to his Turning Point. Turning Point is a 3-day seminar, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Next one, 8 to 10 in San Francisco, and then the 14th through the 16th near San Diego and Del Mar. So you can go to sylver.com/TP for Turning Point and look at the videos, look at everything. You're well worth the investment of a business builder pack just to go and spend 3 days with this guy. Just phenomenal. Where do you see yourself? Are you ready to get started? Hopefully you are. You know, I was. I mean, after I lost that 9 pounds, and then after I lost 18 pounds, I said, wait a second, this was the easiest weight loss I had ever seen in my life. I'll flash forward now. 15 months, I've lost 40 pounds. I've had that off for a long time, and I'm just kind of maintaining my weight right now. But I can pretty much eat anything I want. I'm not hungry for the most part, and lost 40 pounds, went from 215 to 175. But more importantly, my waist went from a 40 to now a 33. I actually have abs. I knew they were under there somewhere. I just had to uncover them, right? And so I had a few questions. I had to jump on an airplane and go see Dave. Hopefully you won't have to do that. You know, whoever invited you to watch this can put you in touch with me. And, you know, if I can't answer your questions, we'll just continue up the chain of command and we'll get your questions answered. If you think it's not for you, then I guarantee you it's not for you, right? You know, so don't even give it a second thought. Just go back to doing whatever it is you were doing and being whatever the kind of person you know, were meant to be. And if you think that you're going to just become a customer and just going to drink this stuff and you don't want to make any money, I'm telling you, for the extra $20 to become a distributor is well worth it. You get websites, landing pages, all kinds of things, and your friends are going to ask you, how in the world are you losing that weight? And you can then share this product with them and get paid. I mean, you might as well get paid. Somebody's going to get paid because they're going to go find, if they lose weight on this product and you don't take them up on it and you don't share it with them and give them a website to buy it from you who shared it with them, they're going to go buy it from somebody else. They will buy it. So, you know, it's all about us having fun, making money, and more importantly, helping people. I'm going to leave you with something here. Les Brown, good friend of mine, you know, it's all about how long you're willing to work on something, and Les kind of puts that in perspective in just a few minutes. So I hope that you stay in tune and watch this. I'll be right back to you.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People gonna do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You got to keep moving and keep plugging away. See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you fail and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. And people know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You know it was hard, but you did it hard.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, you're just one decision away from success. You know, success and failure are only separated by one decision. I could have said no 31 years ago and missed out on an opportunity to work from home, be my own boss, and make over $15 million. That was one decision, you know. So hopefully you'll investigate, you'll do what's necessary, because you can do this. If you really want to do it, you can do this. It is possible. You know, don't let anyone tell you that you can't, right? Will it be easy? No. You know, staying consistent and staying, you know, with the right positive mental attitude and doing something consistently for the next 3 to 5 years is tough. It's a very, very simple business. We don't do anything that takes, you know, you don't have to have a master's degree. You don't have to have any special education. All you have to have is a burning desire to succeed, and you can make it with Valentis. Everything else has been done, right? Will it be worth it? Absolutely. Just ask me, right? I'll share my life with you. And it's been, you know, my 5 kids say, hey, we had a fairy tale life. Because we did. I mean, yes, I've been in the industry of network marketing for 31 years, but I retired several times in that 31 years, sometimes for years at a time, because I had residual income that I was hoping would never go away. One of the things that I'm going to leave you with is my final secret, that if this is your first, or it could be your last opportunity, you know, here is the secret. You just never quit, right? I wish somebody would have told me that when I first got started in 1987, because the company that I was part of, that John Horenza was part of, that Rick Gerals was part of, that my good friend Jeff Roberti is still part of, we have all left. Jeff is still there. Jeff has made $125 million. So that just leads me to that final thing. Once you hook your wagon to something, if that company stays in business, you stay there no matter what. You just never quit, no matter whatever happens. So with that, I want to say thank you. Oh, yeah, almost forgot your action item. What your call to action is, now that you've heard a little bit from me, is grab some friends and say, hey, you know what? I heard this guy on a call, on a Zoom, on a video conference, and there's another one tomorrow night at 8 p.m. East Coast time, and it's on this code number. It's 570-415-070. And Diamond Mitch is going to do it. He just got back from the Minneapolis Regional up there. And then I'll be back on Wednesday. If you are Russian or know any Russians that don't work at the White House, no, it's not. Noon on Wednesday, right? And then a Thursday Spanish event, and then Mitch later on that evening. You know, if you need that schedule sent to me, make sure that the person that invited you reaches out to me. So I want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for spending some time with me, and I hope you got as much out of it as I enjoyed presenting to you. So, You know, if you get involved in the business, by all means, reach out to me and introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. And all I can say is that it's going to be a rocket ship ride for the next 3 to 5 years. And, you know, you miss this one, you're going to miss a big one. So with that, God bless everybody. Thanks for being here this evening. I'm going to officially end this meeting, and you guys can go do whatever it is you need to do. So with that, thanks a lot.
Thank you.